Well, if you're wondering how technology is changing the world of classical music, here's a new one. Not long ago, YouTube announced a project with conductor Michael Tilson Thomas to create a YouTube orchestra. And more than 3,000 musicians from around the world posted video auditions, and the audition panel has now narrowed it down to 200 finalists, and I have one of those finalists on the line now. It's trumpeter Eric Moe, a former member of the Denver Brass. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, David.
You used to be pretty involved here in Colorado, but you've moved to Spokane, is that right?
Yes, we moved this summer to be closer to family, and I miss Denver.
Yeah, I understand you used to do a lot of playing and working with the Denver Brass here.
Yeah.
So how did you hear about the YouTube Orchestra?
I actually saw a short article about it in the Musicians Union magazine, and then I went to their website and explored it from there.
So how does this work? If you win the audition, or you post an audition online, and if you win, then what happens? Well,
there's actually two parts to the project, and so we had to make two videos, so there's two answers to that question. But the first video was to create a virtual orchestra. And so you downloaded the required piece, you prepared it, and then you recorded yourself playing that while you were watching a conductor online. They had a YouTube recording of the conductor, and you'd watch it and play the piece. And those videos are going to be compiled and presented in a concert, just digitally. So that won't be a live orchestra. Then the other video was more of a traditional orchestra audition, where you have your required pieces to pick from, and you upload that video, and then those winners will be flown to Carnegie Hall to play a concert with Michael Tilson Thomas.
Oh, that's exciting. Now, you have to be feeling pretty good about being a finalist out of more than 3,000 entries.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, like you said, it was 3,000 entries, but it was international too, and I watched a lot of the trumpets, and it was just amazing to see the variety of people that applied for this. I mean, there were lots of students. I think the age limit was 14 in the rules. So there were lots of students, high school, college, and then there were lots of amateurs and lots of professionals, and the videos were just really unique too, fun to watch. There was one guy that played his whole audition wearing a stormtrooper mask.
You're kidding, right?
No, there was another guy.
This is like American Idol for orchestra, right?
Yeah. There was another guy that played the whole audition on an electric trumpet, and I had never seen one of those or heard one of those. And it sounded to me like he was singing through the horn, and then somehow the electric trumpet produced a digital sound.
Wow. So then voting was made public, so anybody could go on to YouTube and vote for who they wanted. So were you able to email all your friends and ask them to vote for you?
Oh, yeah, and I emailed a lot of my Denver colleagues, too.
Uh-huh.
And it's kind of funny. I wonder what kind of integrity that voting has. Because
yeah, who has the bigger pool of friends on Facebook, right?
Yeah. I would guess that a lot of musicians, if you've been to an audition, they would, take it seriously and do some listening and pick who they think's the best. But I had family members tell me, I was online for an hour and a half and just kept voting for you. And I had a couple of aunts tell me, well, it took forever. We have dial-up, but we waited because it was for my Eric. So.
Well, the world is changing, isn't it? So
yeah.
How did you find out that you were a finalist?
I got an email from YouTube.
Oh.
And had to fill out some paperwork and send it back to them, and yeah.
And so winners are going to be announced next week. The voting is all closed now. So are you nervous?
Yeah, I am. I mean, this, like we've said, to go from playing a lot in Denver to, there's not a lot of playing in Spokane, and then to have a chance to play in Carnegie Hall thrown in my lap, it's just, it doesn't feel real. It's I think some of this feels. I've never done online dating, but it's kind of what I imagine it to feel like. You don't know if it's really real and if you're going to get to meet the person and if what they're telling you is true. And so, yeah, it's very surreal to be a finalist and to be this far in the process is a lot of fun.
Well, Eric, we just want to let you know that we hope the best for you. We'll be looking for your face on YouTube in April.
Well, thanks a lot, David.
You bet. I really appreciate you joining us this morning.
Oh, you're welcome.
Bye-bye.